We wanted to thank you for taking the time to be here in person, and we do have some members that have joined us online, so thank you for joining as well. Our goal is to share some important updates and enhancements to the Workers Retention Program. So you have been invited to hear about all of those enhancements. I am honored to present our first presenter or speaker, Mr. Thomas M. Bernstein. He is the administrative manager at the fund office. And then following Mr. Bernstein, we will kick it over to Bridget, who is our retirement services group manager.
All right, good morning, everyone. Morning to you folks online. Thanks for joining us this morning. Tracy kind of laid out where we're headed this morning. I'm excited to be here to help you all understand some important information regarding our workforce retention program. And if I could just take you back a couple years ago, the reason for the workforce retention program was the industry's need. There is more work out there right now. If you're attending the general membership meeting and seeing what President Business Manager Jim Sweeney's writing in the newspaper, there's an abundance of work everywhere. The union has more members than they've ever had, and they're still having a difficult time keeping up with the workload demands. So the workforce retention program was put in place to help incent members to work a little bit longer past their normal retirement age for industry needs. And then the reward for that is financial driven. That program went into effect a couple of years ago and was working well, but there were some issues with it the way it was put together. It was originally designed as what's called an IRS bridge benefit. It was a non-vested benefit. And what it meant was there were limitations on how the monies that were accrued into these workforce retention program accounts could be paid out. Certain limitations that we were stuck with based on those guidelines. And we explained that back then when we kicked off the program. Well, Local 150 is always evaluating everything we have going on. And a couple years later, we've decided that the program as originally rolled out wasn't quite hitting the needs. So we've decided, the trustees decided to make some changes here to make it easier for folks to accrue these dollars, get them paid out. Bridget's going to walk you through all the particulars, but you're in this room today. If you have a green folder or if you're online today with a green folder, that means you've already retired, and there's some specific information we want to let you all know about these new rules when they go into effect and how that may impact you and some decisions you might need to make. And then for those of you who are looking at a black folder, that means you haven't retired yet, and there's some important information, in particular, if this program is something you want to take part in, not retiring till at least October of this year. So that's just the background of where we are, what we would like to cover this morning. Tracy alluded to, we want to make sure everybody gets all their questions answered. You can submit them through the chat if you're online. We're going to hold all questions until our presentation, which isn't a long one. We'll get through all of that. If you have general questions about how the program is designed to work, we'll answer those as a group. And then if you have individual questions, we've got a whole bunch of folks here ready to sit with you one-on-one and dive into more particular and specifics that would pertain just to you. So with that, I will turn it over to Bridget. And she'll run you through our agenda and our program this morning. Again, thanks for coming out.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, so for our agenda today, we're going to talk about what stays the same on worker retention, as well as what's changing due to the enhancements. And we're also going to show you how the worker retention benefit is calculated. So for the two groups that we have here today, the retirees, you guys left money on the table at the time you retired based on the limitation of only being paid out to 67. So we're going to talk about how this impacts you directly and what you can do to receive those benefits. And for the active group, You guys were not eligible for the workers' retention the first go round, but now based on the enhancements, you are, because with the enhancements, we're able to pay your benefit out to age 72. So you'll receive whatever workers' retention you have on file. After the Q&A, I'll identify some key resources that'll be able to assist you throughout the process, which is our retirement services group and Megan Financial. They're here to help you throughout the entire way. So we're going to watch a video. It's really short, and then I'll come right back.
The Worker Retention Program, or WRP, was introduced in 2023 to help address workforce shortages by encouraging experienced members to work beyond normal retirement age. The program benefits members, the union, and the industry by keeping skilled workers working. Originally, the WRP was designed as a non-vested IRS bridge benefit, which limits the manner in which WRP accounts can be distributed to members in retirement. In some cases, members are financially incentivized to retire sooner so they could collect as much of their accrued WRP benefits as possible before reaching Social Security retirement age. The program's goal has always been to keep experienced operating engineers working longer. To meet industry demands, the updated WRP is designed to better align with the program's original intent, allowing members to continue working up to age 72 without limiting their ability to collect their full WRP benefits. And what's new? Now you have access to a vested benefit you can't lose. Payments that continue through age 72, spousal protections, and a death benefit that pays any remaining balance to your beneficiary. These provisions apply to members who retire on or after October 1st, 2026. If you're already receiving WRP benefits, nothing changes unless you decide to suspend benefits, return to work, and then resume retirement under the updated program. What's staying the same? The normal retirement age requirements, vesting service requirements, and how your WRP benefit is earned all remain unchanged. Whether you've already retired or are planning to soon, it may be beneficial to take advantage of the enhanced Worker Retention Program. If you have questions or want to talk about your WRP options, the Retirement Services Group is always here to help.
Okay, so what stays the same in the program? Pretty much the eligibility requirements are exactly what they were the first go round. You have to meet normal retirement age, delay your pension 1 year from your normal retirement age, have 3 vesting service credits, have 800 hours in each plan year, and the WRP benefit is paid out as an additional benefit monthly with your pension. So when you receive your retirement pension every month, that's going to be, if you're eligible for this program, that benefit is going to be a combination of your retirement benefit as well as your workers' retention. It'll be one direct deposit payment every year, every month. So nothing changes as far as that. Yeah, I'm really having technical difficulties here. Okay. So for the key enhancements, the WRP is now a vested benefit. It's an in-service benefit, so you do not forfeit the benefit. The payments are now being paid out to age 72. Under the current program, they were only paid out to 67. So now they're going to be paid out to age 72. And we also have additional payment options to ensure you receive the full value of your WRP. So there'll be no money left behind. No money will be left on the table. You will receive the full benefit if you retire on or after October 1st. And then there's also a death benefit. So if there's any unpaid remaining balance for the WRP, if you were to pass away, there's a death benefit, a lump sum death benefit that is payable to your beneficiaries. This is how you calculate the WRP benefit. So in this one, we're going to use the example of Walter. Walter, his normal retirement age is 60. His accrued benefit at normal retirement age was $4,500 a month. He decided to work 3 years past his normal retirement age. So that's 36 months. So for every one of those months, he will continue to accumulate that $4,500 until he retires. So he'll have 36 months, 3 years of additional years that he worked, and that benefit will be paid out at a bank, as a bank at the time he retires. That benefit equates to $162,000. You guys, in your packets for the active members, you're going to have a personalized snapshot that we'll talk about later that's specific to you. So this is how the benefit is paid out. Right now, we only have one option how we pay. It's based on the full Social Security retirement amount. You provide us what that amount is by obtaining a statement from Social Security showing what your benefit is, in most cases at age 67. A couple of you, your full retirement age may be 66 and 10 months. But that's how it's paid out now, that middle gray bar. Based on the enhancements, to ensure that you receive the entire value, we're going to pay the highest of these three options. An amount equal to installments up to age 72. So, for example, whenever you retire from your effective date to age 72, whatever that balance is, we're just going to divide it by that number of months. And that's how we'll pay you out. Or the Social Security normal retirement age benefit. You'll submit that estimate into the Retirement Services Department, and we'll use that to calculate an option as well. And then that $4,500 in Walter's case, because that was his normal retirement age benefit at age 60. In this instance, that's the highest benefit. So it's going to be the higher of the three. This ensures that no money is left behind. So Walter would get a payment of $4,500 a month until he exhausts his WRP benefit. Okay, so retired members, you guys do not have to do anything unless you want to take action based on the enhancements of the program. And we'll talk about what that is. In the green folders, because the money green, in those green folders, you have a personalized statement. I believe it's blue and it has a blue and gold border around it. In that folder, as well as if you're on the Zoom, you have a link with that attachment as well. It identifies the deferred WRP bank. That was the amount that you basically accrued up until the time you retired for every month that you delayed. Now, the amount that was paid under the WRP rules, that was only based on 67. So this specific group, that was the reason that you guys were invited, because you left money on the table. Everybody's familiar with that sweet spot. So if you didn't retire as of that sweet spot and you continue to work, you left money behind. Now, based on the new program, you have, or the enhancements to the program, you have an option to receive those benefits that you left behind. To do so, you would have to suspend your retirement benefit. And if you decide, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do anything. If you do want to do it, these are the next steps. You have to complete the WRP Retiree Return to Work form and email it to the Retirement Services Department at RSG WRPMO funds to get on the active out of work list. We also have Stacy on site from the hall that can assist with getting you on the active out of work list today if you decide to do this. For the people on Zoom, we're going to send over that form to you after this meeting. Once you are dispatched out, you would need to contact Retirement Services to let them know that you've been dispatched. You're going to continue to receive your pension payment. And if you're also still receiving WRP payments, you're going to continue to receive those through the month that you're dispatched. The following month after your dispatch, your payments will stop. So you'll truly suspend and you'll go back to work. You're going to be required to work at least 500 hours in the 2027 plan year. So that's through March of 2027. Anytime from April of 2026 to March of 2027, you're going to have to work 500 hours. And that's just for the group of retirees that left money behind. And then you'll have to return to retirement as of October 1st or after in 2026. If you continue to work, that's fine, but understand if you do not retire this plan year and you go the following plan year, keep in mind moving forward for every plan year, you're going to have to get 800 hours in each plan year after 2027. So your takeaway, if you want to do this, go back to work 500 hours, and do not resume retirement until on or after October 1st of 2026. The other thing that'll be different for you guys, because now since this is an in-service benefit, as we talked about earlier, there's a beneficiary form because you're not forfeiting any benefit. So when you get ready to re-retire, you're going to fill out a WRP beneficiary form for you to leave to your beneficiary if you were to pass away. And that unpaid balance will be paid out to that beneficiary. If you're married, there's also a spousal consent. The spousal consent is basically stating that your spouse is in agreement with the monthly benefit option that we're paying out. If your spouse refuses to consent, then we'll just default it to a qualified joint and survivor option. But either way, you will receive the entire benefit. For active members, you guys with the black folders, this is a little bit new for you because the first go round for the workers' retention, you were past the age that we could pay the benefits out to, past 67, or would have been 67 before we were eligible to commence the payments. So now based on the enhancements, you're eligible to retire with the workers' retention. What's next for you? You just keep working and do not retire until on or after October 1st of this year. If you retire before, you do not get the benefit because we're still under the current rules. So to take advantage, for you to be eligible, you have to hold on and not retire until after October 1st. You do not have to retire on October 1st, but you have to at least get to October 1st. In your folder, you have a pension statement. That pension statement, we calculated that based on the assumption that your retirement effective date is October 1st. Now, keep in mind, again, that can change. So as you continue to work, that benefit is going to continue to go up. For the people on Zoom, we'll mail out your pension statement so you can have that information as well. That just shows you what your monthly retirement pension would be if you were to retire as of October 1st. That blue and gold insert that you guys have, it also lists the personalized snapshot of your benefits. So your normal retirement age benefit, based on when you turn normal retirement age, how much was that pension benefit monthly? That amount that's in there, that's personalized to you based on your normal retirement age. And the accumulated WRP balance amount, that's based, again, if you retire October 1st. So if you continue to work, that WRP balance amount is going to continue to grow. So what's next for you guys? Just continue to work at least 1 year past your normal retirement age. You still have to delay that year, that 1 year. Most of you guys, based on what I looked at, you're already there. You have to work, you have to have at least 3 years of vesting service credit and work at least 800 hours in each plan year. And you have to retire on or after October 1st.
All right. Well, I really appreciate it. They were good questions, very knowledgeable. All of the information that you have today will be posted to the website. That video will show up on our website. The phone numbers, we're always here to answer your questions. And we got some folks here if you want to meet with anyone one-on-one. Here we go. Thank you all for coming out. Really appreciate it. Did I what?